Here we are, flying the A-7D. Flew it quite a bit the last 2 days, and I have to say, this plane itself is a massive meme. The flight performance is god awful. It's a bit of a boat, doesn't turn that well, acceleration is subpar, it's not that fast, Harriers outrun you, Harriers are the bane of your existence. But there's one little thing about this plane, or actually 4 little things, and they're called 2 GO-13s and 2 A-9Js. And these guns output 56 kilograms per second of burst mass a second. And you can imagine if you touch anything with these guns, you will turn their asshole inside out. The biggest bane of your existence will be the Harriers. They will be above you, they will be diving on you, and they are just as fast as you are. Speed difference is minimal. The speed bleed is a bit higher, but of course that acceleration is insane. And just like in the A4E video, flares are extremely effective against SRAMs. But right now, the Harrier on R6 is kind of a problem. And why is a Harrier such a problem? It does turn quite a bit worse than you, but at low speed it just has that insane acceleration and is pretty snappy. So it's really easy for him to get guns on. So what I have to do is try to bleed more speed than him. And bleeding more speed than the Harrier is actually pretty hard to do. Trying to turn in here, initial turn I will outturn him, and I would start air braking to dump as much speed as I can. Noticing that he doesn't really want to. Also this air brake kind of looks like a penis. Yes, I'm very mature, I know. Pull it back in, and I'm turning back into his guns here, hoping I can go under him, trying to make him crash. I'm not too sure what I'm trying to do at this point anymore. I'm just trying to get behind him. If he's still throttling completely, like on 100% or maybe web, then he will overshoot eventually. And you can tell that I'm slowly but surely getting on the 6. Got a shot there, just too high because of the rudder. But at this point he can't actually do a lot anymore. If he tries to fly away, I will A-9J him. And if he does this, rip my flap off, almost crash into a goddamn tree. But he's on fire, he's out of the game. And this might look like roses and rainbows and whatever. This plane is pretty stressful to fly. And the last day, 1-2 days, I've been focused pretty badly in this thing. And that's probably because, well, the A-7D is a new plane. It's a plane that people think is overpowered. And the weapons kinda are. The plane itself, however, is pretty dog shit. So if you get more than one guy on your 6, you mostly die. If that Harrier went vertical, I would have died. If that Harrier would have air broke me, I would have died. There is very little things you can do in this plane. I'm trying to convey that to you without making too much of a cherry pick footage. As I want to make interesting footage, but I don't want you guys to think that these things happen all the time. I'm trying to recommit with the G91. Didn't really happen. He pulled out, was rolling about, pretty high ping. No way I'm gonna hit that, so I'm not gonna commit and then die to him. J29 over here, basically flying straight. Shouldn't be too hard of a shot, shoot way too low, again because of the rudder. Trying to turn in, keep an eye on that Harrier, dodge him just in time, go head on with the G91, blow him out of the air. Should have primed the missile right here, shuttled at the J29, but it was just too late, and he flew right into the building. Pretty unfortunate, because that would have been a lot more kills this game. L28 flying straight in front of me, might as well take a shot on him. And there's the van. I'm just going straight, trying to bait him for my teammate. If I go straight, he will probably latch on me. There he is, 0.5, he just has his spanos. I have plenty of speed to dodge him. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm dodging the van without much trouble. Outrunning him, Harrier is triggered on someone else. Harrier goes back to base. And I now have the Venom on my 6, and I'm waiting for my friendly Harrier to come back and then get this guy off me. I'm not gonna dogfight a Venom in this absolute boat. He turns away, slightly at least. He's getting triggered by someone else, or aggroed, whatever you want to call it. I've been playing too many RPGs lately. Versus AI. Venom is now flying straight. He's gonna go vertical. I'm not even gonna bother trying to shoot a Venom. I might have 56 kilograms a second burst mass. But a missile does the trick just as well. And it's the Venom out of the air. And the way you fly this thing, and before I said this plane is pretty dog shit in terms of flight performance, you do have to keep in mind, you do get an air spawn, a forward air spawn, and you spawn pretty fast. Every bomber, every Vautour that you come across just dies to this thing. Vautours don't stand a chance. And that's a bit unfortunate for those players, but this thing really just power creeps every bomber in the game. Problem is, Yak 38s, they outrun you pretty handily. Harriers out-accelerate you completely, so does the Yak 38 actually, but you mostly get a combination of Yak 38s and Harriers on your 6, which makes this thing extremely unenjoyable to fly unless you got someone to clean your ass for you. Problem is, you get this air spawn, your performance isn't that good, so you're kind of forced to rush in and head on everyone. And some games look like this, get quite a bit of kills. And other games you just get 4 people on your 6 because you're the first one in, and they will not let you go. And once that happens, there is very little you're going to be doing. So what I recommend is actually either go balls in, kill everyone in the head-on. What you can also do is side climb a little bit, come back second. The problem is if people pay attention to you, by the time you're turning back in, they're already going for you. And if people want you dead and you're flying this thing, you are going to be dead. And that's just the sad reality of it. But all in all, pretty funny plane, mostly due to the guns. The gunpods are just an absolute joke. I kind of love them, but at the same time, this plane is such a boat, and this thing is so unforgiving when someone gets on your 6. And people want you dead. It's a new plane, it's a plane that people think is good. So you're gonna get a lot of people on you, and you do have to keep that in mind. But this is me talking about air RB. If you start flying this thing in ground RB, you might have a completely different luck. The loadouts are insane, these gunpods are absolutely stupid. You can one burst most tanks from the side, even in ground RB, where the tank models aren't as squishy as an air RB. These guns absolutely shred. They have 100 millimeters of pen, point blank. It goes up down to like 80 millimeters at 500 meters. It's pretty insane. And these two gunpods indeed use the same ammo as the A-10 Thunderbolt, and we all know how that thing is versus tanks. Well, not in this game, luckily. I hope that's not going to be a thing soon. But I will be using the A-10 Thunderbolt when it gets added. I mean, if it gets added in air RB as well. I just try to head on people just the same way I'm with this thing. And for some reason, people really like taking head-ons with this thing. At this point I have 200 rounds left, 100 per gunpod, and I'm going to be going head-on with this J2. Because, you know, that's all I can do. So I extend away, fly away from him, get some separation, make sure to turn in, try to get the separation in that I'm going straight at him at about 3 kilometers, sprayed quite a bit. He dodged it actually, pretty unfortunate because that would have my ammo gone. And now we just extend away again and repeat. He's turning around, so separation is already pretty great. He's not very fast anymore, so I'm gonna be turning in right now, and it makes it a lot easier for me to get a kill. Because he's not very fast, it makes it so that he has a harder time dodging. I shoot a little bit around him. You can see that I drew a line, and he dodged right into it. He dodged to the same side twice in a row. Might bite you in the ass when you're fighting this thing. The last Vautour sadly died to AA, so I couldn't kill him. Because he was strafing our airfield AA for whatever reason. Flying straight over the map. Second game in this thing, by the way. This is not the same game. That's why I suddenly have all my ammo in the fuel bag, as well as being repaired. I see a dot on the deck, not too sure what it is, but it's extremely fast, so I think I want that thing dead. It's a Lightning, and the Lightning is also one of those planes that's really damn annoying to fight. Okay, you don't see that many, people don't really fly it a lot, but the AIM-9Js make short work of them. I'm not too sure what he's trying to do there, but it doesn't matter, because he got slammed regardless. And I just climb away from the battle. I don't want to turn in right now. I'm going 1000, and if I turn around right now, I'm probably gonna get all of them on my 6, and that's something I don't really want, because I will bleed a lot of speed in that 180, and the acceleration, especially above 800 kph, isn't very good. Javelin crashes in the background. You know, why would you even fly the Javelin? And now there's kind of a furball developing in the middle of the map. And what do? I turn back in, with a very gradual dive, get a little bit of speed in, and make sure that I can actually do something when I arrive in the battle. Not too sure who to go for at the moment. MiG-17 is very enticing, he's alone, but he makes me think by going for AI that he's probably not going to be a threat. So I'm going to be ignoring him for a little bit. And then I see the E-10 door. And I will go for the E-10 door just after I go head on with the MiG-17. MiG-17 dies in the head on, and the E-10 door also dies in the head on. I'm just going to be ignoring the Vautour. There's no way he's going to be catching me when I do this gradual turn. I'm maintaining 980 roughly, and he has to do almost 360, and there's no way he's going to maintain that. So I'm just going to be flying away again. Flare a little bit in case he tries to kill me with a Shafir. Distracting the lock before he shoots is more valuable than trying to dump flares to dodge the missile. I'd rather have him not fire him at all. Or maybe shoot at the flare. MiG-17 Have a look on him. Trying to get a shot in. Yak 38 is trying to go for me. Trying to get the missile off. A load factor too high. Couldn't get it off. I'm not gonna stick it. I can try to get the missile off, but I'm probably gonna die to this Yak 38. So I break off and I fly away again. I've really been just sitting on my side of the map. Not sure if this is a MiG-17 AS, and I don't want a PO3 on my ass. PO3, R3, I don't know what it has. The A-9B variant. I'm not a nerd. I don't know those names. I just know it's an A-9B ripoff. Harrier coming head on. Go head on with him. Draw a line over his plane, and he's out of the match as well. Harrier down. Go head on with the Vautour. I have no idea how that missed. Kind of unfortunate, because that kind of fucked me over in the end. I have no idea how that missed, but yeah, whatever. MiG-17 on my 6. I should be able to out-accelerate him for a little bit. And I have an F-100 behind him, so I'm just going to keep him perfectly straight for him. But he has a very easy time gunning him out of the air. And there he goes, flying straight into the overpass. Nice little fireball. And the F-100 did just save my ass. Just left me with a scimitar. Scimitar, however, isn't the hardest thing to reverse. He is more maneuverable than me, especially at lower speeds. And at this point I'm not too sure if I can actually win this. F-86A5, 5 kilometers behind me, but we're going to be way faster than him. So there's no use trying to run away from him. Trying to bleed some speed. Deploy the big air brake again. See that it's actually not needed, because he's going to end up in front of me. And he overshoots. I just hose him down, and he's on fire. And that's kill number 6. Oh, kill number 5 actually. And that's basically the game. I then missed the Yak 38. And then go head on with the Vautour, and we trade. Unfortunately. So yes, I did die. I'm not trying to hide that. I'm just not gonna waste your time with it. Hope you enjoyed it. I don't think I'm gonna do a massive intro. I might have some clips left. If you want to see them, let me know. If you don't want to see them, let me know as well. Hope it was helpful, and see you all very soon.